oldest sister is so strong she can lift an entire bridge with one hand. If someone needs to move, all they have to do is tell her, and she can relocate their house to the perfect spot. If a building starts leaning, one gentle kick from her is enough to set it straight again. My second sister is even more amazing. She can control the growth of plants and flowers. With a simple wave of her hand, she can fill the sky with a shower of colorful petals. Whenever there's a wedding or a big celebration, nobody needs to hire decorators. A single thought from her can create breathtaking displays that look like pure magic. My aunt has powers too. She can control the weather whenever she wants. When she's happy, the skies are bright and clear. When she's angry, dark storm clouds roll in. The weather of our entire town is practically in her hands. My cousin can change his appearance at will. Young or old, tall or short, man or woman, he can become anyone he wants. My other cousin has incredibly sharp hearing. Even if a pin drops on the ground, she can hear it from far away. That's because we're part of a magical family blessed with extraordinary gifts. We all live together in an enchanted house. Every morning your shoes put themselves on your feet. Clothes tossed around the room are caught by laundry baskets and cleaned automatically. At mealtime, plates neatly arrange themselves on the table. Even the teapot knows exactly how you like your coffee and prepares it for you. And that's not all. The stairs can turn into a giant slide. The floors can move like treadmills and help you exercise without leaving home. Even though I'm a member of this incredible family, I'm the youngest child, Mirabelle. And unlike everyone else, I have no magic at all. Everyone in my family receives their gift from my grandmother's magical candle. When each child turns 5, Grandma grants them a unique power. When I was 5, the enchanted house opened a magical door for me too. But the moment my hand touched the doorknob, the door mysteriously vanished before my eyes. From that day on, Grandma never smiled at me the same way again. Even without powers, I tried to stay positive and make the best of life. Then the day finally arrived when my little cousin was old enough to receive his gift. The entire family spent days preparing for the ceremony, each person using their powers to help. Everyone was nervous and excited. I wanted to help too, but my second sister mocked me mercilessly. Even Grandma, the head of the family, told me not to get in the way. It hurt more than I wanted to admit. All I'd ever wanted was to do something meaningful for my family. When the ceremony began, my little cousin successfully opened his magical door. Animals poured out from the doorway, and beyond it appeared a beautiful, endless forest. He had been given the ability to communicate with animals. But while everyone celebrated his new gift and gathered for a family photo, nobody noticed me standing alone in the corner. It was as if I were invisible. Feeling defeated, I wandered into the living room by myself. That's when a roof tile suddenly fell from above. A moment later, cracks began spreading across the floor. Even the magical candle that powered our family's gifts nearly went out. Alarmed, I ran to tell everyone. But by the time they arrived, the house looked completely normal again. Nobody believed me. They thought I was making the whole thing up. My second sister accused me of trying to get attention. I tried to explain, but Grandma cut me off. She insisted that the magical house was perfectly strong and safe, and that I was simply playing a prank. That night, I couldn't sleep. So I went outside to clear my head. As I passed Grandma's window, I overheard her talking to herself. That's when I learned the truth. She already knew the magical house was beginning to fall apart. And when it finally collapsed, every member of our family would lose their powers. My family might not have treated me the way I wished they would, but I still loved them with all my heart. I couldn't let that happen, so I decided to save the house. Searching for answers, I went to my oldest sister. She told me about an uncle who had disappeared years ago. He possessed the power to see the future, and had once predicted that the magical house would eventually collapse. If anyone knew how to stop it, it would be him. The problem was that he had been missing for years. Determined to find clues, I secretly searched his old room. Behind a waterfall made of flowing sand, I discovered an enormous hidden palace. As I carefully explored it, I found dozens of glowing green fragments scattered throughout the room. When I pieced them together, an image of myself appeared within them. I was completely confused. Then suddenly, the palace began collapsing around me. I grabbed all the fragments and barely escaped. Back in my room, I assembled them again. That's when I realized something terrifying. The cracks appearing throughout the magical house seemed to be connected to me. Before I could figure out what it meant, my father walked in. After hearing my story, he took the fragments away and warned me not to tell anyone about them. Unfortunately, my cousin with the super hearing ability overheard every word. Not only did she hear everything, but she couldn't keep a secret either. At my second sister's engagement party, she told my cousin told my uncle told my aunt. Before long, the entire family knew, and things quickly spiraled out of control. Cracks began appearing beneath my feet. Everyone's powers started malfunctioning. The engagement celebration turned into complete chaos. In the middle of the confusion, several mice ran off with the glowing fragments. I chased after them. Eventually, behind a painting, I discovered a hidden passage. In the darkness stood a mysterious figure wearing a cloak. I followed him deeper inside, but accidentally fell off a cliff. Just before I hit the ground, the stranger saved me, and then I finally finally saw who he was. It was my long-lost uncle. The truth was, he had never left the magical house at all. For years, he had been living inside its hidden walls, secretly repairing the cracks to keep it standing. What shocked me even more was that his tiny room was separated from the family's dining room by only a single wall. On his humble table, he had even painted pictures of plates so it would feel like he was eating with the rest of the family. At that moment, I finally understood. My uncle and I were the same. Neither of us had ever truly been accepted, but we both loved our family deeply and protected it in our own way. I asked him to use his gift again and look into the future for a way to save the house, but he explained that the space was too small for him to perform the vision. Just then, my little cousin appeared.
The rats told me everything. Don't eat those.
The mice had already told him everything. He led us to his room, and my uncle finally used his prophecy gift. A powerful wind filled the room as the vision took shape. Soon, a new prophecy appeared. According to the vision, the magical house could be saved if someone embraced me. But the person in the prophecy wasn't just anyone. It was my second sister, the very sister I had always struggled to get along with, and I had just ruined her engagement party. I knew better than anyone how impossible it would be to get her to willingly hug me. But if that was the only way to save our family and our home, then I had to try.